Have you ever noticed people who, despite the passing years, seem to radiate energy, serenity, and vitality? What is their secret? Is it genetics, expensive skincare, or just luck? Surprisingly, the real reason often lies deeper within the soul. In Islam, the state of the soul, its alignment with Allah's guidance, and the qualities we nurture within ourselves reflect outwardly in our appearance and presence. Those who cultivate inner peace, gratitude, and purpose often carry a radiance that defies the passage of time. In this guide, we will explore 8 spiritual qualities that preserve youthfulness, nurture vitality, and help you live in harmony with yourself, others, and the world around you. Chapter 1: The Serenity of the Soul. Youthfulness and vitality are not merely a matter of genetics or skincare. While many focus on external treatments, true radiance comes from within. The way you carry yourself, the energy you emit, and the calm aura that surrounds you all reflect the state of your soul. In Islam, the soul is a sacred trust from Allah, and its peace and clarity manifest outwardly in your demeanor, expressions, and overall presence. Those who cultivate patience, gratitude, and mindfulness develop a serenity that not only strengthens the heart but also slows the psychological and physical effects of stress and aging. As the Qur'an reminds us, indeed, those who believe and whose hearts find peace in remembrance of Allah, truly in the remembrance of Allah, hearts find rest. 13:28. This inner tranquility becomes a natural source of energy, confidence, and composure that others can sense and admire. The serenity of the soul is nurtured through consistent connection with Allah and conscious living. Acts of worship, reflection, and remembrance purify the heart and provide resilience against life's challenges. Patience allows individuals to navigate hardships without succumbing to frustration or negativity, while gratitude cultivates contentment and appreciation for Allah's countless blessings. Mindfulness keeps the heart attuned to righteous action and conscious of thoughts and emotions, protecting it from the burdens that disturb inner peace. Together, these qualities produce a profound calmness that naturally radiates outward, influencing posture, expressions, and overall vitality, far beyond what any external treatment can achieve. Moreover, the serenity is not just a personal benefit. It affects those around you. People drawn to your calm presence feel comforted, inspired, and at ease, creating harmony in relationships and environments. True youthfulness, therefore, is not limited to physical appearance. It is the reflection of a soul aligned with divine guidance, carrying patience, gratitude, and mindfulness in every action. By cultivating these inner qualities, you nurture a lasting radiance and vitality that transcends age, leaving a presence that is both peaceful and inspiring to all who encounter it. Chapter 2: Harmony with Nature. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to gain energy and calm simply by being outdoors or observing the natural world? In Islam, the signs of Allah are evident throughout His creation, from the vast sky to the smallest living creature. Everything in nature reflects His power, mercy, and wisdom. And being mindful of these signs nurtures both the heart and the soul. Observing the mountains, rivers, trees, and oceans is not just an aesthetic experience. It is a form of reflection that strengthens our spiritual awareness and promotes inner peace. As the Qur'an reminds us, do they not look at the camels, how they are created, and at the sky, how it is raised, and at the mountains, how they are rooted, and at the earth, how it is spread. 88:17-28. Such reflection fosters gratitude and reminds us of Allah's mercy in sustaining the world and our lives. When we intentionally connect with the natural world, we align ourselves with the rhythms of creation, drawing calmness and energy into our lives. This harmony protects our emotional and physical well-being, helping to relieve stress, anxiety, and the fatigue that accelerates aging. Simple acts like walking in nature, observing the changing seasons, or pausing to appreciate the sun, wind, or water can become moments of spiritual nourishment. Those who embrace these connections often exude a natural vibrancy and serenity, reflecting the balance they cultivate within themselves. Furthermore, being attuned to nature is a practical way of maintaining inner vitality that shows outwardly. It reminds us of our place in the larger design of the universe and strengthens our sense of gratitude, humility, and mindfulness. By appreciating the beauty and perfection of creation, individuals cultivate a peaceful presence and a youthful energy that is visible to others. In essence, a life lived in harmony with nature, guided by reflection on Allah's creation, nurtures both the soul and the body, creating a vitality that transcends age and manifests in every movement, expression, and breath. Chapter 3: Empathy and Compassion. Empathy and compassion are among the most beautiful qualities a human being can cultivate, and they hold a profound place in Islam. The Qur'an and the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, constantly remind us of the importance of mercy, kindness, and sincere care for others. The Prophet himself was described as a mercy to the world, and he taught that those who show mercy to creation will themselves be shown mercy by the Creator. This principle extends beyond mere emotion. It is an active way of living where one chooses to feel the pain of others, to comfort the distressed, to forgive the wrongdoer, and to soften the heart instead of hardening it. In doing so, empathy and compassion become not only acts of worship, but also sources of inner vitality that strengthen the soul. When an individual truly practices compassion, their heart becomes lighter and more at peace. Carrying grudges, resentment, or harshness only burdens the spirit and drains energy, while forgiveness and kindness purify the heart. Compassion transforms emotional energy, turning bitterness into gentleness and despair into hope. Listening attentively to someone's struggles or offering support in times of hardship can uplift not just the one receiving comfort, but also the one giving it. Such acts create a ripple effect. One person's kindness can inspire another's, spreading warmth and healing throughout families, communities, and even strangers. This emotional exchange nourishes inner peace and makes the heart more receptive to divine guidance, as a purified soul can better recognize the presence of Allah in everyday life. Moreover, compassion influences not only one's inner state, but also the outward presence that others perceive. A person who sincerely cares for others and radiates kindness often carries a natural calmness that draws people close. Their face glows with serenity, their words soften hearts, and their actions bring comfort. This is why spiritual well-being often becomes visible. It manifests in the tranquility of one's expression, in the gentleness of one's tone, and in the graceful patience shown during trials. Compassion, then, is not just a moral quality, but a transformative force that connects us more deeply with Allah, with ourselves, and with those around us. It enhances both the inner and outer beauty of a believer, leaving behind a legacy of mercy that continues to touch lives long after the moment has passed. Would you like me to also add a few Quranic verses and sayings of the Prophet, peace be upon him, to strengthen this further from an Islamic perspective? Chapter 4: Wisdom and Understanding. Wisdom is one of the greatest treasures a person can possess, for it illuminates both the heart and the path of life. Unlike knowledge, which is the collection of information, wisdom is the proper application of that knowledge with foresight, justice, and patience. In Islam, wisdom is described as a divine gift bestowed by Allah upon those who are sincere and humble in their pursuit of truth. As the Qur'an beautifully states, "And He grants wisdom to whom He wills, and whoever has been given wisdom has indeed been given great good." 2:26-9. This verse reminds us that wisdom is not simply learned, but granted by Allah as a blessing, and it allows believers to navigate life with clarity, discernment, and trust in the divine plan. A person of wisdom approaches challenges differently from one driven by haste or emotion. Instead of being shaken by trials or overwhelmed by uncertainty, they lean on patience and reflection, knowing that everything occurs by Allah's will and carries hidden lessons. Their decisions are guided not by fleeting desires, but by long-term insight, justice, and reliance on Allah. Such balance protects them from regret and inner turmoil, giving them a steady heart even in turbulent times. This reliance on divine guidance transforms difficulties into opportunities for growth and keeps the believer spiritually youthful, for their soul is nourished by trust rather than drained by fear. This inner composure naturally reflects in outward appearance and presence. People who embody wisdom often radiate serenity that others can feel, a calmness that soothes hearts even without words. Their face shines with tranquility, their gestures are deliberate and graceful, and their words carry depth that inspires others. Wisdom thus becomes not only an internal compass but also a source of outward beauty, making the individual appear youthful and vibrant regardless of age. Such radiance comes from the harmony between intellect, faith, and action, showing that true youthfulness lies not in physical years, but in a heart that remains serene, balanced, and connected to Allah. Would you like me to expand this further by adding examples of wisdom from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and companions to give it more practical depth? Chapter 5. Kindness and good character. Kindness is a powerful force that nourishes both the heart and the body, creating balance in a person's life. Islam highlights kindness as an essential part of faith, showing that good character is a reflection of one's relationship with Allah. When a believer chooses gentle words over harshness, forgiveness over anger, and generosity over selfishness, they protect their soul from bitterness and resentment. This not only brings peace of mind, but also fills the person with energy and optimism, qualities that are felt by those around them. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, made this clear when he said, "The best of you are those with the best character and manners." Kindness has a direct impact on a person's inner state. Carrying grudges or speaking harshly creates heaviness in the heart, but treating others with patience and mercy lifts that burden, leaving the heart light and refreshed. Even small acts, smiling at someone, offering a helping hand, or speaking kindly, become sources of blessing that purify the soul. This constant cleansing of negative emotions allows a person to maintain inner calmness and strength, which in turn supports their overall well-being. In this way, kindness becomes more than a social virtue. It is a means of spiritual and emotional healing. The effects of kindness also show outwardly. A person who consistently practices good character often carries a glow of calmness on their face and a presence that draws people closer. Their demeanor reflects inner peace, and their energy feels comforting to others. This is why acts of kindness not only uplift those who receive them, but also renew the one who gives them. By living with gentleness, forgiveness, and generosity, a believer preserves their vitality and projects an aura of warmth and serenity that makes them appear youthful and radiant regardless of age. Would you like me to also add examples from the life of the Prophet Muhammad, where kindness directly transformed hearts? Chapter 6. Adaptability and patience. Adaptability is an essential quality for maintaining resilience in the face of life's constant changes. No matter how much we plan, life brings moments of ease and hardship, joy and trial. A believer who embraces adaptability understands that every situation, whether pleasant or difficult, is part of Allah's divine plan. Instead of resisting change with frustration or fear, they respond with patience, prayer, and trust in Allah's wisdom. The Qur'an comforts us with a timeless reminder, "For indeed, with hardship comes ease," 94:6. This verse teaches that difficulties are never permanent, and that Allah always pairs trials with relief, encouraging believers to approach change with openness rather than resistance. Those who cultivate adaptability protect their hearts and minds from unnecessary stress. When faced with unexpected challenges, they do not allow worry or anger to consume them, but instead adjust their perspective, seeking lessons and growth in their circumstances. This inner flexibility strengthens emotional balance and prevents burnout, while also nurturing a calm and hopeful spirit. By flowing with life's natural rhythm, they preserve mental clarity, avoid being weighed down by negativity, and maintain trust that every turn, whether gain or loss, carries hidden wisdom. In this way, adaptability becomes a shield, protecting one's vitality and well-being from the toll of constant struggle. The effects of adaptability extend outward, shaping how others perceive a person. Those who remain calm under pressure and face change with composure radiate a sense of stability that comforts the people around them. Their presence reflects confidence without arrogance and patience without weakness. This calmness gives them an aura of lightness and youthfulness, as their body and face remain free from the strain of constant worry. Such individuals inspire trust and admiration, for their serenity shows that true strength lies not in controlling every outcome, but in surrendering to Allah's will with grace. Would you like me to combine all these qualities? Empathy, wisdom, kindness, and adaptability into a single flowing chapter that shows how they work together to create spiritual vitality and youthful presence. Chapter 7. Optimism and Gratitude. A positive outlook on life contributes significantly to enduring vitality. Individuals who maintain hope, optimism, and gratitude even in difficult circumstances nurture inner peace and energy that radiates outwardly. The Qur'an emphasizes the importance of thankfulness. If you are grateful, I will surely increase you, as thankfulness and benefit and vibration, and optimism and gratitude help reduce anxiety and negative emotions, allowing the body and spirit to remain resilient, energized, and vibrant. Joyful individuals tend to naturally maintain a bright and youthful appearance, reflecting their inner contentment. Chapter 8. Purposeful Living and Service. Finally, those who live with purpose and serve others preserve a special energy. Individuals who dedicate themselves to helping, guiding, and inspiring others experience spiritual fulfillment that sustains vitality. Acts of service, charity, and sincere care for the community strengthen the soul and foster energy that is reflected outwardly. The Quran describes the rewards of such deeds. The example of those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah is like a seed that grows 7 ears, and in every ear is 100 grains. Living in alignment with a higher purpose supports a sense of energy, grace, and serenity that transcends age. Appearing youthful is not solely about physical appearance. It reflects a deeper spiritual vitality, cultivated through patience, compassion, wisdom, gratitude, adaptability, connection to nature, hope, and purposeful action. These qualities nourish the soul, manifest in the body, and create a presence of calmness, energy, and radiant beauty. By fostering these spiritual traits in accordance with Islamic guidance, you nurture a life that is not only physically healthy, but also spiritually and emotionally vibrant. Reflect on your own life. Which of these qualities resonate with you, and how might they be shaping your presence and energy in ways you have not yet realized?